So this is What If Naruto Was Evil Part 2. We left off last where Hiruzen was talking to Kakashi, and last he said was, well, they moved into each other together. Well, so this is how it continues. So yeah, they started moving in with each other. 2, Kakashi, Sasuke and Naruto got really close after that. Why would Sasuke give him an eye if he wasn't even there? 2, did you not see Sasuke's eyes when everyone was beating him up the first day? He turned into Tomoe. He would always walk with Naruto after school, especially when he was not feeling good, feeling like when something was off. And Sasuke even told me that he felt off the whole day. Off that whole day. Is what Aruka told me. That is, like he didn't want to go home. But Aruka insisted to tell him and told him to go home. So Naruto went him. And so, yeah. He saw the Uchiha massacre. And also, why else would they be so close together? And so we're gonna actually, while they're still talking, we're gonna completely go back to Naruto and Sasuke. So Naruto and Sasuke walk into their house. Naruto tells Sasuke to turn around. Naruto puts Sasuke in a genjutsu without him knowing, and Sasuke sees himself kill Naruto. Kill himself. And Sasuke is so shooken up. He unlocks the Mangekyo. Naruto puts him out of the genjutsu and says, "I'm sorry, Sasuke. It was to help you." And Sasuke says, "I know. They had to do it like that. You remember, only way to unlock it is to kill your best friend." And so then he trades his eye out for the Eternal. So yeah, they OP already. And I'm gonna give Sasuke still has an ability. So yeah, Naruto and Sasuke both have Eternal Mangekyo now. And them realizing they don't need that many Uchiha eyes are wondering what they should do with them. Should they save those for the future clan heirs? Like the future clan of the Uchiha? Or not? But they decide if they burn them, that would be wrong. And if they get into the wrong hands, that's also pretty bad. So they just keep it where they are. But they aren't sure that's the best thing. So they're kind of debating it. So Naruto and them all So Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru are going out this one time, hanging out, and a whole mob starts gathering around them and telling Sasuke and Shikamaru to get out of here, get away from the demon, run. And they say, no, he's my friend. And they say, so then they just push those two aside and start beating on the demon with their knives and stuff. Naruto, so freaking angry. He literally tells Sasuke, "Can I use it in pain?" And he says, "Go ahead." Naruto lifts up his headband and uses Amaterasu on all of them. Dead. The Hokage, seeing this, says to Naruto, "You're banned from the village." The third. And because the third actually didn't care about Naruto. Naruto seeing this is like, what? Huh? Hiruzen said, I thought you were going to be the greatest. I was going to use you as a weapon to protect the villages and you just go kill them. Sasuke and Shikamaru are listening to this. And oh, they are pissed. So, oh, they walk right in there. They take Naruto. And they all pack their stuff. All three of them. They leave. They leave the village at literally the age of 12. They all leave. Choji and Ino are like, didn't even know this happened until the next day, and they're like, they just lost 3 of their teammates, and one of those was part of the Ino Shikacho thing. That is bad for them. So, literally, that is horrible. Darn. So they all leave. They just leave the village. But before they leave the village, Naruto does a super seal where, darn, he completely, like, his whole house is obliterated. The seal makes it look like the house is completely obliterated. Like, the seal makes it look like there's a giant crater where the house was, which there is. Because Naruto literally sealed the house, shrunk it, and then put it in his thing. Because Naruto can literally teleport it out of that place instantly. That means the whole underground training, the fields, like the field in the back, all the Uchiha eyes are in there. The whole house. They didn't... Literally, Shikamaru, all he did was put all his stuff inside that house, and Naruto just sealed it all up. Because, yeah, Naruto ain't dumb. He sealed the whole house in a freaking scroll. The whole house. I ain't kidding. Not the materials in the house, the actual house itself and everything about it. And you're gonna be like, there's no way. Yeah, there is. It's called, creator powers. Also, if I go silent for a second, I am either thinking or I'm either turning a page to the next part. Because sometimes I write it down for the what if, and sometimes I don't. And in this case, I don't. So when I'm completely quiet, I'm either thinking or I just completely forgot I was doing this and stuff. So, trust me, the last video, when I completely went super quiet, I was actually turning the page to like, find stuff. Okay, so, also, so Naruto literally just, like, they just leave the village, and, oh no, Naruto knew he was either gonna get kicked out sooner or later, or, so he had bombs, like, explosive tags everywhere, hidden in behind seals. He blows the place up. Like, all 4 Hokage mountains get blown, main bases of operation, the whole frickin' Anbu core gets blown up. Yeah, Naruto is frickin' slick. He got into the Anbu core and blew it. Like, the route, most of major Konoha places are completely blown. But one thing that never even got scratched was Ichiraku Ramen. Naruto literally put a protective barrier over that place like years ago. Nothing will ever happen to that. So when Nagato completely obliterates the whole Leaf Village, darn, Teiuchi's stand will still be standing. And it took no damage whatsoever. It would take no damage. Also, so yeah, literally, boom. Bunches of stuff are getting exploded. Hiruzen is so angry because he knows this is Naruto's doing. There's no way it's not Naruto. So they start running fast and away, and the Hokage sends the Anbu to get them because he's irritated now. The Uchiha is gone. The darn heir to the darn Shikamaru, darn Shikamaru's clan. He's the heir, and then even the Nine Tails is gone. which he didn't want, but the Ninetales did this, and he wants to kill Naruto while he brings back the other two. And Hiruzen just is irritated at this. So he sends all of his things out after him. And out after those three. So Naruto already knew an escape plan. So he already did that. And the escape plan actually took him to a place he didn't know. This place was actually, we're gonna say, Sand Country, you know, the Sand Village area. Not exactly to the Sand Village, but, like, near, like, at the border of it. And the Anbu can't go there in the Sand Village border. And all three of them are rogue ninjas now. So, yeah. And so Naruto is literally, like, redone. He goes to well, not really Gara, but to the village of Gara, like Gara's village, and just wants to. He goes to the Gara's dad, not the Hokage. I'm just gonna say Hokage of the Sand, because I really forgot all the Kage's name, like all the meaning for cage, the cage names. So yeah. So he goes to the darn Sand Kage and darn asked to stay there, like have a place and stuff. And he says, "Why should I let you?" Naruto says, 1, you have the Uchiha heir. 2, I'm the Ninetales. I also have a Sharingan. And also, he is also an heir to, he points at Shikamaru, and he's also an heir to blank clan. I forgot the clan name. Don't roast me in the comments, please. But, so, yeah. And he says, okay, that's fair. He says, I can get you a house. And he says, no, don't worry about it. I brought my house with me. Huh? He says, huh? He says, yeah, I can completely seal my whole house away. Okay, he says, completely shocked. And he gives him a plot of land. Naruto actually moves it to the outskirts of the village, like out of the wall. And he said, and because no one, he can just completely claim that land for himself. Because, like, no one else gonna claim the land outside the village walls. So he just completely buys a giant chunk of land. Like a gigantic chunk of land. Plops down the frickin' darn house. And he's like, yes. So, yeah. And you're gonna wonder, how did he put the basement and all that? Don't worry about it, it just got teleported underneath, okay? Okay, we're good. And everything. So Naruto and all of them go inside and sleep, because it's been a few days since they actually slept. And so, and then, they go to the Sankage's place, and ask him for a mission. And he says, first I need to put you guys on teams. And they say, we're already a team. It's a 3-man team, so, true. Well, I need to give you a sensei, at least. And he gives them, I'm gonna make up this character's name, okay? So bear with me. You're gonna be like, but that's Naruto's brother and other what-ifs. I don't give a crud. His name is Menma. Yes. Menma is Naruto's teacher. Not his brother Menma, but a different Menma, just a different person named Menma, okay? God. Naruto in this one doesn't even have a brother. So, yeah. So, all this, so they all head out on a mission to actually save Wave, because Wave actually heard of what happened, and they didn't want to work with Wave didn't want to work with darn Leaf. If they get rid of, like, if they treat people that badly. Sorry about the dogs. They saw a person. They are really protective. That's why they bark all the time. So, yeah. And, like, they didn't want to do any business with them because how they treat, like, the Jinchuriki that did nothing. And also, like, if they did all that, and they heard all the rumors about it, so they didn't want to trade with them whatsoever. So, they traded with the Sand, and the Sand sent those 3. And, dude, it took them way quick to defeat them. One, they instantly saw the puddle of, like, the water puddle. So, instantly, boom, they destroy the Demon Brothers without mercy. They interrogate them and then kill them. Then it comes to Zabuza and Haku. Instantly, Haku comes out too because they saw the Sharingan and the Nine Tails. Not knowing that Naruto has the darn Sharingan too, they are doomed. They literally get into start the battle and they are already doomed. They already darn lost. Haku uses the ice, like, they literally get put into, like, the infinite Tsukuyomi and are done. Then Naruto walks over there, chopping their heads off. Chopping the heads off, literally. And so, they continue walking, and all this. The bridge gets built, and Garu army comes. Naruto, hundreds of shadow clones just pop up out of the water, bolting down, slicing all of them. Literally comes out of the water. Naruto already made clones to be in the water just for this moment, and they completely obliterated the rest of those people. Done for. Then Gato was the only one left. Naruto has a katana at this time. Naruto grabs his katana and puts lightning into it and just chucks it. And right when it was about to hit him, he teleports to it and slices Gato's head off using Flying Raijin. Or, wait, Flying Thunder God? Yeah, Flying Thunder God, I think it is. Don't question it. Just go along with it, okay? And then, so, boom, he's already done for. Instantly. And all that. And so, they go back to the village. And all this. But then they see Gaara getting beat up. And they go over to Gaara and say, "What's going on?" And the other kids say, "Don't get near him, he's a demon." Naruto looks at them with a cold glare, pulling up his darn eye patch saying, "What? Come again?" These kids bolt away. Gaara stands up saying nothing and just walks away. And Naruto then says, "I know the pain." Gaara says, "No, you don't. Bet you lived your whole life with knowing no pain whatsoever." Naruto says, "Ha! Oh, I've learned pain, all right. First day of the academy, my eyes get pulled out. My one eye gets pulled out. Gets stabbed so hard I go into a 25-day coma. 2. I was treated from birth since I left the hidden leaf like a demon. Like I was a plague that walked the earth. I got almost killed I almost got killed each day from 1 years old to freaking 10. I was getting killed on a daily, mentally and literally physically. Also, did you have to literally watch a whole clan of your whole friend's clan get killed by his brother? 2, did you have to suffer years and years upon years of just utter embarrassment, trying to fail a whole grade, a whole entire school year, so you can be put on the same team as one of your friends and get mocked of and even made fun of even more and beat up even more because you're the weakest? 2, did you have to literally steal everything to get by in life? I don't think so. Did you have a meal every night of your life? That's what I thought, Gara. We can either be great allies, great friends, or we can be the greatest of your enemies. I do, too, have a tailed beast. Just because you have one, and you know the burden of one, doesn't mean you get to say that no one else has gone through pain. And if that was true, everyone, compared to the tailed beast, would have the greatest life in the world. They actually do. But know who you're talking to first. You could be talking to a man that had to literally kill to survive. Each day, he either had to kill a person to survive, or he was the one being killed. You could be talking to a person that had to kill his family to protect a village. But no. You don't know that. You don't know the pain of that. Do you? You only think you have it bad because Shikaku never lets you sleep. You're going mentally insane. Well, that wouldn't be happening. Wanna know why? And you might get a little bit rejected by the villagers, but you're not getting beat and bullied like I was, to the point of death. And technically, the sleep deprivation and also darn Shikaku talking to you, that could all be solved. Wanna know why? If you had a better seal. That seal is weak. If you want to sleep, come talk to me. I'm on the outskirts of the village. On the other side of the wall. That's where my house would be. Come there tonight, and I can fix your seal. But know who you're talking to next time when you want to complain about your life being horrible. Gara goes there. Gara completely gets a whole new seal that's come way better, 10 times stronger, and Shikaku can't even talk to Gara. Gara is literally, it completely gets knocked out. Naruto also told Gara to put a special kunai in his room, so after the thing, I could teleport him back because he will be instantly knocked out after it. So Gara does that, and Naruto instantly teleports to Gara's place, so he can, put him back in his bed. So Naruto does that, and completely teleports back. Then, for the next 3 weeks, Gara is just completely sleeping. Then he comes out and runs to Naruto and says, "Thank you." And, and he's super happy and all this, and, super cheerful. And no one has seen him like this. But everyone is looking at Naruto like they want to kill him now. Especially the Sand Hokage. The Sand Hokage wanted Gaara to be a monster, a beast, for a tool. And Naruto realized they purposely made the seal weak. Naruto telling Gaara this, Gaara didn't want to stay in the village anymore. And Naruto realizing they were doing the same thing as Leaf, they left. And completely left. And they decided not to go back to any villages ever again, because they can't trust them. So they just wander, taking on missions that can feed them and stuff. Like, because they don't want to tap into the Uchiha's darn money. They don't want to rely on that. So they take on, like, missions to kill people. And, oh, they are good. They make a name for themselves. Their names together are the Shinigami's Reapers. The Reapers. And Naruto is is literally called the Orange Reaper. The Ninth Reaper. Orange or Ninth Reaper, he is called. Because he is literally the ninth tail, or he wears orange all the time. Gaara, the First Reaper. Or Raccoon Reaper. Sasuke, Reaper God. Or the Black Reaper. Shikamaru, Shadow Reaper. Or Death Reaper. If you ever come upon these three, they will literally be looking like they literally have a Shinigami mask on. A literally Shinigami mask. And literally have their names on the back. Like their Reaper name. Like they literally have cloaks on. Not like the Akatsuki cloaks, but it says the Reapers. Well, it has Reaper skulls on the on the cloak. It's a black cloak with Reaper skulls, like the Shinigami skulls. And darn, on the back of them, kind of like the darn Hokages, it has the names. Like Naruto would have the Ninth Reaper, or the darn Nine Tails, or Kyuubi. I think Kyuubi means 9. Well, no, Kyuubi means 9 tails, I think. I'm just gonna say Kyuubi, Shinigami Kyuubi, and the rest of that. Their names, and their Sasuke's weapon is a long katana, just like when he was evil with Orochimaru. Shikamaru's is a Shikamaru uses I'll give him a spear, because with the long spear he can just stab into his opponents and then trap him with the shadow possession. Also, well then darn Gaara has the for a weapon is literally a scythe. It's like Hidan's weapon, but completely black and only one thing. And Naruto, he still has the katana, but also he has one more thing. added on to him. He has literally a giant darn blade. The Executioner's blade. Zabuza's blade. Plastered on it, like literally strapped to his back. And they literally are walking around just taking on missions. The Akatsuki darn tried to darn recruit these guys, and they said no. They said no for one reason. Two of them are freaking tailed beasts, but they don't. The darn Akatsuki kind of said, knew they were, and we're gonna use them, and they knew that. So they said nah, and said nah, we ain't doing that. But because Itachi realized that his brother Naruto and the One Tails and even Shikamaru, which he knows about Shikamaru, is from the village, are all in one place together, he realized either I could be with the Akatsuki, darn, spy on them, make sure they don't get any other tailed beasts, or I can protect literally two tailed beasts and have literally have become even stronger. Like, if he goes with darn Naruto, Sasuke, and them, he's literally protecting two tailed beasts. And also, darn, not letting the darn Akatsuki's plan work. Also, he realized that his brother ain't in the leaf. And that's the only reason he was protecting the leaf, and realized the leaf is a horrible place at this time, because what Sasuke has told him. Because Sasuke and all that, and Itachi and Naruto all are talking, like, they communicate a lot, and so Itachi just leaves the Akatsuki and goes with the Reapers. Itachi becomes the Reaper, let me think of a name. His names are the Crow Reaper or the darn Blood Reaper. And those are plastered onto his back and stuff. The Akatsuki, realizing that Itachi went with them, is angry. Not only are the Uchihas are together, not only that, they have two-tailed beasts on their side, and also one of those tailed beasts has a Sharingan. Darn. And also, one's a shadow user. And darn, Shikamaru has learned a lot of shadow abilities. Some that aren't even in Naruto. Like, one that ain't in Naruto, he can literally control shadow minions. Also, he can make shadow weapons that literally come out of shadows and, turn into shadow blades. That he isn't holding the shadow blade, but his shadow is. So if his shadow cuts the other person's shadow, it cuts the actual person. So it's cool. And his shadow can even move, on its own. So if Shikamaru is completely staying still, his shadow could be completely moving and slicing things. Darn. And also he has Shadow Strangle Jutsu, Shadow Possession Jutsu, and more. Naruto and all of them have also learned every Forbidden Scroll Jutsu, including Itachi stuff. It has two. And they are the OP'est people on the planet. OP. So, few years go by. A few years. It's a time skip. A few years. Naruto now is 15. Shikamaru's 15. Sasuke's 15. And also, darn, Gaara's 15. Itachi, I have no clue. So this is in Shippuden timeline now. Darn. What happened in the few years was, of course, the darn, the Leaf whole attack thing. It already happened before the time skip. The tuning exam thing already happened. That was a whole frickin' attack. And darn, Naruto and all them didn't do anything to help. They just didn't care. So they didn't even go towards the Leaf. They also in the time skip, darn, they have gotten a few new members in the shadows. Well, in the darn Shinigami, it's one of them is called who should I put in? Okay, Killer Bee and darn, yeah, only Killer Bee left, not the darn. Well, the cat girl already got kidnapped, but Killer Bee left because the A was didn't actually care about him. He was only using him because he had to have someone to be his brother. And also, he wanted this tailed beast to be strong, and he didn't care about B at all. So B just left the village, and he said, forget it. If I'm going to be just a weapon, yeah, no. So he is the 8th Shinigami, or 8th Reaper, or also Music Reaper. So, yeah. Also, so you know the girl that actually became the one Hokage of, like, the Mist? You know, after the war? Like, the civil war in the Mist village? Yeah, well, Mai Terumi, I think the name is. Mai Terumi? If I'm wrong, just tell me in the comments, please. But I think she's a lava user, and also lava user and mist user? Like, she could use, like, mist? Huh? No. Steam user, I think, maybe. I'm gonna just say it's steam and lava, okay? Steam and lava user. Or is it an ash user? No, it's steam and lava, I think. Okay, but she also joined, and she's the Lava Reaper, or also the Steam Reaper. And those are the only two that joined in to this. And the Akatsuki are absolutely afraid of that the whole frickin' Reaper organization. One, there's 3-tailed beasts. The weakest and the 2 strongest. Also, there is a literal Kage-level person on their team. Itachi, one of their former members. His little brother, which is literally almost as strong as him, and also darn Shikamaru, which he is still pretty freaking strong. He's like, now, he's like Sasuke in the War Arc. Not when he's fighting Kaguya, but like, right before he gets like, the darn Rene Sharingan in the War Arc. Like, right before that. He's OP still. He's still really OP. And, like, they are absolutely afraid of all of them. Absolutely all of them. The Leaf doesn't know that Naruto is in the Shinigamis, or any of these guys are, who any of the Shinigamis are. But the Akatsuki know. The Akatsuki know. And they are absolutely freaking terrified. If people that strong are together, there's no way they're beating them. So, they're terrified. Darn. So, Toby, or Obito as we know him, literally is like, either all of us go and attack them now, or we ain't gonna win. Attack them while they're weak, and is what the idea is of Obito right now. So he sends every Akatsuki member, and even him goes in with them, and they charge at them. Naruto, he's done. He learned about the he learned about the darn Renegon. No, blah, 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 blah. Rasengan, and also he changed it to Rasen Shuriken, and also he even copied the darn Chidori from Kakashi. So yeah, well Sasuke got the Chidori. Actually, no, Naruto doesn't. But so Naruto's like, nah, we good. We gonna yeah, we done. He literally just instantly obliterates them. He with 2 moves is all he needs to destroy them. He opens the Sharingan. He uses his Sharingan. Literally goes into a full Susanoo. I know it's probably not. He's not able to because he darn has only 1 Sharingan. Shut the frick up, okay, people? Shut up. I'm doing it because of plot armor. He uses the Sharingan. Then he literally, because in this time, in all that time, he has talked to Kurama with Killer Bee and also Shikaku, and Gaara also learned how to control Shikaku, and Naruto also learned how to control darn Kurama. So yeah, and then turns into Kurama with Susanoo armor, and instantly just slashes down upon all the then darn Gaara goes into his form, his Shikaku form, and then Sasuke puts his thing over his Susanoo over Shikaku, and Killer Bee goes into his, and then Itachi uses his over, his darn Susanoo over Killer Bee. But while this is all going, frickin' Shikamaru literally just completely trapped them in darn a shadow possession, and then instantly darn Mai literally is shooting a bunch of lava balls at them, while these Susanoo armored tailed beasts are just swinging their monstrous powers at them, and they are literally obliterated. They're doomed. They literally died. All of them died, even except for Toby or Obito as we know him, and he is still terrified. He literally gets out of there as fast as he freaking can, because the shadow possession did get him, but he did phase out, but he was still stuck because of the shadow possession. He was still there, completely stuck, but yeah, completely stuck still, but he darn phased through it, so the attack. But the shadow possession still got him, which you're gonna probably say, how? Don't worry, plot armor. So, yeah, that happened. And so, literally, it's only Obito left in the Akatsuki. So his plan is completely, absolutely ruined. Not even Zetsusai arrived. Not Black Half or White Half. Yeah, you're gonna be like, how did the Black Half survive? Plot armor. That's how. Plot armor. Actually, you know what? The Black Hat did survive. So he literally just went on to Toby and both got out of there. And the Hokages meet up for some reason, all 5 of them, and saying that the Shinigami is too powerful. The whole organization is too powerful. They took out the Akatsuki that was taking out the tailed beast, and they don't even know the motives of them, and they're kind of scared of them, because, like, what if they're after the tailed beast too? What if they want to destroy the world? Which, actually, Naruto, he wants to make a whole new village to destroy the other 5 villages. And you can kind of guess the name, Shinigami Village. And he's just gathering resources, and also, he's been traveling through smaller towns and bigger towns, telling them about this new village coming up, and to get the people to come when the time is right. And instantly, a few years later, right where darn Whirlpool Village is now the Shinigami Village. And oh my god, the other 5 nations are terrified. They're like, oh frick to the oh no no no. And they realized, what if the Shinigami organization made that village? Which they find out was an absolute yes. And the darn leader of that would be the, the 9th Shinigami. They thought it would be the first Shinigami because he's the first. They thought he was the leader. Turns out, no, they are absolutely wrong. And then they realized, oh wait, that's Naruto. And also, they realized they figure out who the other Shinigami people are. And guess what? They have an alliance with the Mist Village? No, not Mist. Wave? Yeah, Wave Country. Yeah, the Wave Country. You know, Taz's arc mission. Yeah, you know. They got a darn alliance with that. They are literally one of the biggest places, and they have so much people. It's huge. And they don't have a daimyo. It is literally all run by the Hokage. The Hokage sees over everything, because the daimyos, like the fire daimyos, are like the rulers of the whole country, but the Hokage are like the leaders of the country's army. But no, the Shinigami Hokage is literally the everything. Hokage and darn daimyo. And so, yeah. And this place has rogues, like rogue people, darn normal villagers. And it's only been up for like 2 months. And it's already super huge. Like, as big as a normal one of the 5 great nations. It's almost as big as the populations in those. And it's huge. And then they realize their army is huge. Like, they notice that they have so many rogues on there, and like they're unstoppable. And then Naruto literally launches an army at Konoha. Konoha is absolutely darn obliterated before even the other 5 great nations can even try to help. Naruto completely takes over the Fire Nation, like the Fire country, all of it. He runs it all. So now the fire nation, like the fire place, is now Shinigami Village 2, and it's huge. Like half of the whole darn all the whole like literally 1/4 or of a quarter of a darn whole the whole map of the whole thing is like just Shinigami, or people aligned with Shinigami, alliance with them. Literally, Suna tried to, the Sand Village tried to darn alliance with them, and Naruto chuckled and said, absolutely never. And Suna, like the Hokage of the sand, was angry, launched a whole attack at them. Naruto said, sent his whole, half his army and completely obliterated the sand in 2 days. So, yeah, he even had more territory. The other great nations are completely terrified. If he takes out another one, he'd be too strong to destroy. He'd have so much land, it's unstoppable. He's already taken out 2 of the previous 5 great nations. The strongest one there was, and also the weakest one. So, yeah, he's way stronger than people thought. So, now, literally, the Sound Village is one of the 5 great nations, which is a shocker not really, because Orochimaru is the leader of it and stuff. But yeah, because of what the Shinigami Village did, he is now one of the 5 great nations. And actually, Naruto has an alliance with him. Naruto knowing that he's darn Orochimaru, and Orochimaru knows that's Naruto, and he's like, nah, I'm good. I want an alliance with this man. So he says no. The other 3, they stay back. They aren't gonna do anything. But Naruto says, pish posh. Naruto, 1, attacks the Sound Village, completely taking control of it from a darn Orochimaru, killing Orochimaru absolutely for good, and Orochimaru, as last words, say, you lied to me, you tricked me, and Naruto says, yes, you are a scum, do not deserve to live. Then, he takes out every last one of the 5 great nations, of the 5 great nations, the 3 last ones. Then, he takes care of the littler ones that they pledge allegiance instantly, and so he literally runs everything. He is literally the ruler of all. And also, he literally knows what Kaguya is, and literally, he uses magic, because he didn't destroy Nagato's eyes. He did not do any of that. He wanted Nagato's eyes. So, he took Nagato's eyes and literally fused it with darn Sharingan DNA and fused it all, and now he literally made he literally created a mini ran a Sharingan with the genes, and he plopped that in his eye and then instantly unsealed Kaguya, eating her, literally turning her into a chakra fruit, eating her, then literally darn taking her, literally destroying the moon and every of the Otsutsuki's in there, turning them into chakra fruits too, eating them, becoming a literal Otsutsuki, twice as strong as the Otsutsuki king, and yeah, he literally he took over planet by planet that the Otsutsuki lived in, and also dimension by dimension. He even took over the Xenoverse, when Goku's the Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, he literally destroyed Zeno himself later on in his life. And he destroyed several thousand Zenos. And that is where this ends off, with evil Naruto slash God Naruto in the end, really. He's really only the god at the end, but yeah, he wasn't really evil for long. But, yeah. I know you're gonna be like, wow, for the first video, you were really into detail, and then, like, the second video, not that much. Well, yeah, it's true. But yeah, this is the end of the series. You're gonna be like, wow, the only other series he's completely finished is also only 2 videos. Yeah, I mostly only do 2 videos. If there ever is a third video, I'd be shocked. It's probably gonna happen with the darn symbiote one, but that was actually because I was actually, I was super tired in that one. Or was that a different one? Yeah, I think it was the symbiote one. But I was super tired in that one, and I just couldn't finish it. I usually do 1-hour videos, but, like, yeah, I couldn't finish that because I was doing it super late. So, yeah. And I tried to pause it, and, like, for a while, so I could completely finish it for a whole hour. But it just didn't. It stopped. It didn't. So, yeah. Well, you're gonna be surprised. It's not an hour-long video. But, yeah. So, this is where you click off if you didn't realize. I'm literally gonna drag this on for a whole hour. I'm joking, bye.